The Adventures of Benjamin and the PJ Masks, saving the day with friendship and teamwork. Once upon a time, in a quiet little town called Somerton, 6-year-old Benjamin was getting ready for bed. They had just finished brushing their teeth and were now picking out their favorite pajamas to wear for a good night's sleep. As they drifted off to dreamland, Benjamin found themselves in a magical world, filled with colors and excitement they had never seen before. They knew instantly that this was the city where the PJ Masks characters lived. Upon arriving in this magical city, Benjamin was greeted by the PJ Masks team, Connor, also known as Catboy, Amaya, who transformed into Owlette, and Greg, their friend who became Gecko. Feeling braver than ever, Benjamin joined the superhero team wearing a costume with a special mask that gave them the ability to fly and communicate with animals. As they all stood together, admiring the beautiful city lights, they suddenly heard a loud noise coming from the town square. The PJ Masks knew that it was time to spring into action, and Benjamin was eager to join them. They hopped into the cat car, Owlette's All Glider, and Gecko's Gecko Mobile and raced to the scene. When they arrived at the town square, they saw the mischievous villain Romeo causing chaos with his latest invention, a giant robot. It seemed like he was trying to take over the city. Luna Girl and Night Ninja were there too, creating confusion and terror among the citizens. The people of the city panicked, unsure of what to do or where to go. It was up to the team of heroes to save the day. As Benjamin and the PJ Masks approached Romeo and his robot, they quickly realized that the villain was trying to steal all the city's power sources. If he succeeded, the entire city would be plunged into darkness, and nobody would be able to see or get around safely. They knew they had to stop him before it was too late. The team decided to split up to tackle the different challenges they faced. Benjamin and Catboy went after Romeo, while Owlette and Gecko tried to deal with Luna Girl and Night Ninja. Benjamin and Catboy swiftly moved through the city, using their agility and speed to dodge the robot's powerful attacks. Meanwhile, Owlette and Gecko teamed up to create a whirlwind of air and water that pushed Luna Girl and Night Ninja back, stopping them in their tracks. As Benjamin and Catboy got closer to Romeo, they saw that he was using a remote control to command the robot. They knew that if they could somehow disable the remote, the robot would stop as well. With Benjamin's ability to communicate with animals, they called upon a flock of birds to swoop down and snatch the remote control from Romeo's hands. The birds carried the remote out of Romeo's reach, and the robot came to a halt. But the battle was far from over. Luna Girl and Night Ninja had managed to break free from Owlette and Gecko's whirlwind attack and were now determined to join forces with Romeo. The three villains quickly regrouped and hatched a new plan to defeat the superheroes once and for all. While the villains were busy plotting, Benjamin and the PJ Masks used this opportunity to come up with their own plan. They realized that their strength came from working together as a team, and they needed a way to combine their powers to outsmart the villains. Benjamin suggested they create a special gadget that would amplify their powers when they were all in close proximity to each other. With only moments to spare, the team quickly assembled the gadget out of supplies they found nearby. They activated it just as Romeo, Luna Girl, and Night Ninja launched their counterattack. The gadget worked, amplifying their powers and allowing them to create a giant energy bubble that surrounded the villains, stopping them in their tracks. Realizing they were defeated, the villains surrendered, and the city was saved. The people of the town, who had been watching the battle unfold, cheered and celebrated the victory of Benjamin and the PJ Masks. They knew they could always count on their heroes to save the day. As the sun began to rise, it was time for the heroes to go home and rest. They thanked Benjamin for their help, and in return, Benjamin thanked the PJ Masks for allowing them to be part of such an incredible team. The friends said their goodbyes, and Benjamin started to drift back to reality, where they found themselves waking up in their cozy bed. Benjamin couldn't help but smile as they remembered the amazing adventure they had just experienced. They learned the importance of teamwork, friendship, and problem-solving, lessons they would never forget. And as they got ready for another day in the real world, Benjamin knew that the spirit of the superhero team would live on inside them, always ready to lend a helping hand and save the day. The end.